Hello, hello. So, I would normally record an improvisation or something, but it's quite late. And I have to play this bloody piece for Monday, and it's definitely not ready yet. So, well, as you can tell, I'm still only at about the speed on the metronome. Or something like that. Before I play a piece in public, I really like it to be more kind of metronome at performance tempo. So I'm absolute miles away from that. But it'll be an interesting experiment to see how far I can push it in the next few days. I am also busy, so I'm going to be limited in terms of what I can do. But the main thing is this: I try, and these deadlines are good. Because it's very easy to coast, never polish things up. If I go slightly too far the other way, where what I'm doing is trying to really push myself in terms of how much I can do in shorter time frames, and I think that's overall more beneficial than being too complacent and being too ambitious potentially. But it's an environment where it's workshopping a piece. It's not a performance that has to be perfect. It's a performance that you are presenting to receive some constructive feedback. And so as long as I can present some of the ideas I've been thinking of, I'm really glad I started thinking about at least the seeds of a story, because that middle section, I had no idea what to do with it, and now I feel like I have much more of an idea. I have a thread of a narrative in my mind, which helps. In terms of the start, I'm still going to be mostly preoccupied with just hitting the right notes in the right order at the right time. And so the first thing we've got to do is go back to 52, which we're already on. And instead of going 5 back, we go 5 forward. So it's just the other side. I didn't have time to do it early because we had to leave. But did we leave? What was I doing? Oh, I was teaching, and they didn't turn up in the end, as I kind of predicted. It's just one of those people. And then I met my old piano teacher, which was I already did that, and that was lovely. And then I went to choir in the cathedral, and that was lovely too. So, metronome. I think we can probably turn up just a touch. Otherwise, all you'll hear is the metronome probably. Stupid mistake. This is the problem. The first time I play a piece, I never go more than about 10, 11 bars without making a mistake. I need to learn to zone in a little earlier. I think I need to be way less okay with making a mistake in the early bit of the piece. And I'm going pretty slow. So there isn't really an excuse for it. Okay, we're going to start right on bar 10, go forward to bar 15, and go back. Basically fine. I am worried about that middle section, as in the middle of the A section, because it's just awkward, and I have to do that under pressure, and this rhythm is already stressful to play under pressure. fine with that pedal, as you can obviously tell. I did make a small mistake earlier, but I am basically going to ignore that. One more bar. Okay, and back we go. I was worried about getting the paper. That's a stick my hand under the paper. So I'm not going to count that. I'm so stupid. So I need to think first. I'm going to 49. Sounds so bad without the pedal. I'm also just totally phoning it in. I just want to get the right notes, to be honest. Oh, I forgot to go back. 49, right? Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to do that bow again, but I've lost the rhythm. And again. So I'm going to 77. We will count that. You can probably tell I'm not in my best practice mindset tonight. Oh, something is better than nothing for sure. Okay, I went past. Back to 72. Okay, so oh, we got it. Okay. That's clearly the method. Build it up. Ridiculous. Not quite. We're doing well. I'm never going to memorise it for Monday. Not realistically, but I'm going to try. That's at least 5. Okay. The problem is I have to memorise it to get the left hand even. It's the catch-22 I'm in. So maybe I memorise just this section, because this is where the rhythm falls, for sure. I'm trying to thought I could get away with it. Can't get away with it. So 125. I'm so stupid. Okay. I'm just not focusing. Yeah, this is the thing. My left hand keeps jumping and it doesn't need to jump. Or it's all within the span of basically one position. Like, if I can pivot off a note, for me that's one position, and the G sharp never moves. And from the G sharp I can hit everything I need to hit, so I can hit there. So it's a leap of faith kind of to the G. Everything else I can stretch. Pretty much. I can't quite get the F sharp, but I pretty much can. And not that I would anyway, it's speed. It'd be like that. So I would be striding it, but I need to remember and not to use 4 ever. No 4. 0 4. Okay, now for real. Fine. Okay, it's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. So, especially at this time of night. I'm going to tick that. 52. About 5. So, hopefully you can see, I mean, the consistency jump has been, not tonight so much, but earlier in the day I could feel the consistency. So much better than, I mean, I only started this on, well, this track, was it Monday or Sunday? Maybe Sunday night. It may well have been Sunday night, because I just got back from the kind of, the open play the piano thing, where I played the list and I was feeling really good. So I think I started this project then. So it has been less than a week, about 5 days, and hopefully the consistency jump, even when I'm just like messing around with it and playing the is different, right? I feel like my fingers know what to do now, and it's just because of the tedious metronome work. And to be perfectly honest, I mean, this is very good practice for me. What I mean by that is, often when it's just me, even today when I'm doing scales and stuff, I'm not always 100% focused. This is very deliberate practice. And even more so because I'm having to talk about my thought process too. So I'm having to really think about everything to justify, making a video out of it. I can't just be here doing what sometimes I do, which is I'll do exactly what I did. My mind will drift and I'll be watching YouTube or something, or, I will be listening to a podcast, or I will be watching the news or something as well, or just thinking about something else. So this is far more tiring than doing that, but also much more productive a use of time. But there is room for both, because sometimes you can't face a proper practice session, and in that case doing anything is better than doing nothing. The worst is when you're afraid to practice because you feel like whatever you practice, it won't be good enough. Like there's no point practicing one thing because you should practice another thing, or because when you do practice this one thing, it's, you're never practicing in the right way. You need to let go of that occasionally. The more you let go of that, so you just sit at the piano, the more the right things to do in your practice will materialize. The main battle is just getting down to the piano and enjoying sitting at the piano. And if that means that you have to play scales and watch YouTube, or play a piece that you like and watch YouTube, then just do it, because eventually you will notice things to work on. So that's my bit of advice, and something that I've realised recently. It's just mostly time investment. Deliberate practice is good, but deliberate practice materialises out of good time investment at the instrument that you're doing. I mean, that's the case for anything, so it will materialise if you're interested in it and engaged with it, and you genuinely are enjoying it. Another big step is, once you get past that fear of not being good enough, you're not good enough because you haven't done like 1,000 million hours of practice, and you're not as good as the top concert pianists in the world. That is the standard that we hold ourselves to these days when we talk about not being good enough, because of the ridiculous quality of recordings. And I think you can have a more optimistic view of that, which is that we have these great recordings at our fingertips. It isn't music. For me, has never been a competition. There is no point competing, because if you're always going to lose. There's always going to be someone who can do what you want to do more efficiently, more successfully. But what you can do is be musical and enjoy the music and do it for that sake. And I believe if you come at it from that attitude, that you want to sit down and enjoy the music, more will, you will get more out of that, and your playing will be better. If all you're doing is trying to impress people, you won't really be actually engaging with the music. You're just thinking, oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, that wasn't quite good enough. Oh, I wonder what they'll say about that. And in order to break these habits, so if you've got a habit of tensing up, if you've got a habit of inconsistency, if you're only trying to fix those habits for someone else's validation, you will burn out very, very, very quick. You'll have a rough time at some point in your life with that, no matter what it is that you're doing. If you're trying to really put yourself through hell, which is what it is sometimes with this kind of practice, you need to have a genuine good reason. And the genuine good reason is that you want to be able to play the music, you want to be able to understand the music. For me, that is my reason. But I think it's a genuine reason. You could sit me in a room with a load of music books and tell me that no one is ever going to listen to your playing ever again, and I genuinely think I would still spend a good deal of my time working through different books of music and still playing the piano and still thinking about music, because I genuinely enjoy the music. But it wasn't always like that. When I was younger, as with everyone, there is a sense of everything is about seeking validation. So I think, let yourself let go of some of that. Sometimes it takes a bit of a failure or a bit of a kind of a break of trust or something for that to happen. But that's fine. You just have to find a way to step into the thing that you enjoy and enjoy it for the sake of the thing itself, for the rewards that it gives you, not that the other person listening to you give you. Yes, sorry, I am tired. That was a ramble. What I want to do now is we have the dreaded, I think it's brandy and Coke. I mean, this is the only, just like before. I was worried actually the first one that people would have thought I'd been drinking loads of. That was literally the only one I had. It's a tiny amount of brandy. It's just like the flavour that is nice, and it's late, so it makes me feel kind of slightly, fancy. Alcoholic drink, candles over here, lava lamp, sitting in my nice music room, playing the piano, just feels nice. So I am not hammered, but I am tired and I am consuming a tiny bit of alcohol, so it will definitely not be as sharp as other times. I will stop talking now because that is not the point of this video. What I am going to do, turn the metronome up and do right hand. This is something I should have done earlier. For some reason I think the idea of the rhythm has consumed me. The idea of this kind of cross rhythm has consumed me to the point where I don't really dare to do it hands separately anymore. But I need to break that, especially if I'm going to play it on Monday. I need to understand how it sounds. So, right hand. And it'll be a good test to see how the muscle memory is coming. So, right hand, and we'll just go up to the middle section for now. And we'll push it and push it and push it. Right and then left. Yeah, pretty good though. I'm not going to follow the normal rules. I'm just going to go from the start of a phrase. No, wrong note. Wrong finger, sorry. Yeah, so right hand is fine at that tempo. I can definitely feel a few moments of panic, like, it's a bit fast. We're going to go by 4 ticks, so it's going to get hard quick, and that's the point. I want to see where my limit is. Just where I start making mistakes, basically. hard, even right hand by itself. Because it's piano, so the accent is not... I think you can legitimately take the edge off the tempo here a touch. Or maybe I'm just saying that because I want to cheat. I honestly don't know. I feel like... For me, this is my thought anyway. I'm not sure I can do it justice at the same tempo. We will try though. So, shaky in the middle, and this is only going to get shakier. 2, 3, 4. Now it says 84. Oh man, they want it so fast. So I'm not even in 2/3 there yet, tempo, and it's going to feel too fast for me at this speed. Here we go. You can see I've given up entirely on the accent there, which is a bad thing. This is too fast for me. And this is too slow for performance, ideally. Do we push it one more just to see? Go on. I'm going to go by 2. Oh man, I just don't know this well enough, do I? Let's actually look at that bar. This is throwing up a good first hurdle though for me in the right hand. I think 120 is the aspirational target at the moment. Should be 160 or /80. The good thing is that now feels easier. This is like good old-fashioned study work. Well, I think I used to only do this. So I'd have fragments that were really good, but I wouldn't know how to bind it together, and so that's where the long form stuff is the more tedious long form stuff. I think it's really improved my playing. Okay. Okay. The fingers are starting to pick it up. Am I definitely recording? That would be a tragedy. Okay, yeah. Can go for that. You heard the flub on the way up, right? And the fingering change there. 1. It's the thumb on the C sharp. They want that. I really don't want that, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. Up we go, up the ladder. So it's going off the rails, that's for sure. It's just the awkward nature of that. Da 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 dee dum, dee da dee dee da da dee. So what is that? Da da dee da dee dee da dee da dee ba dee da ba dee da ba da da da. It's 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. I think in those groups. Easy. Okay, that was actually it. Ooh, 116. Just needed to. This is it. Look, spot the pattern. Your brain will actually do the rest without even really understanding how. I promise. As I say that. Lazy. Oh, it's that again, I'm just not ready for it. Not ready for this bit either. I'm very cheeky. Fingering. So it's not bad actually. I'm actually surprised at myself. I can do that. The other bit we've got to check is obviously the last page. We are not going to do that straight. We're going to do that at... We'll try it at 80. Might feel fast at 80. Yada da da da. There's only one bit of the piece that totally stumps me. It's how on earth I did 135 as in. Is Chopin's hands big? I don't think so. Was the piano smaller? I mean, maybe a little, but enough to reach that comfortably. Alongside that, like at a speed that you can actually like play that expressively at that stretch. No, so it's pivot, right? But pivoting is nasty between. It's just not very natural feeling at all. Which I think is the main issue there. Okay. Overall, I mean that doesn't feel too bad in isolation. I think the muscle memory will help me through that. Because it is just chord. If you can find an octave and you can find the third, not the third, the kind of the second D interval in between, like at the fifth or the fourth. The rest is not too bad. Well, I mean, I should have really done this. I should do this every day, if I'm being honest, this hand separately stuff, because it's so useful. I was just thinking actually, I autopiloted through that. Like, am I not a massive hypocrite by saying don't seek other people's validation and then doing a YouTube video? And yes, probably I am. Yes, I probably am. And maybe I'm just tricking myself. I think I am. I enjoy people's appreciation and validation for sure. But I mean, if that was the case, this YouTube channel is, you know, I thank anyone watching, but it's hardly the biggest YouTube channel in the world. It's not really giving me the validation I might be craving if I was trying to do YouTube, which, to be honest, this is very much a kind of an outlet for my improvisation stuff. And also I think this is very useful for me to just pretend that someone is listening and to justify my actions on the piano. You know, because it's so easy to trick yourself if it's all in your mind and you don't say it. You might just think, we might just not think, you might just be thinking you might just be acting like, you know, I can't. That's it. And then just trick yourself into thinking you did some good practice. But I can't do that. Like, the proof is there. If I did good practice, it's on video. And if I didn't, it's on video. And I'm sure there are elements of both. But that's the point, that it's holding me to account, to myself. So I'm thinking, I actually want to improve on the piano. I am dedicating my life to understanding music more. This is my kind of life's goal, to be better at music. I don't really know where it's going to end up, but just to improve at music is my main thing. I just love getting better at it, at the piano, and understanding more. And if I'm going to do that, I might as well use my time efficiently and understand how to practice properly. So I feel like, yes, I'm seeking validation. I'm also seeking validation from myself as well as anyone else watching. So yeah, anyway, just a bit of an intrusive thought in the middle of my practice. Here we go. I don't recommend doing just solely this, because what you'll find is that you're always at the very edge of what you can manage, and that will really push your technique into tense territory. So you will be able to get through something, but it'll be tense and you won't be preparing it. Whereas I think the way I'm doing it before, when I go back to 50 and it's like there's not a moment of tension in my fingers, and that's what I want it to be like when it's fast. So I feel like the core of the practice should be slow practice, careful practice, with moments of kind of a challenge. How can you push it? How far can you push it? But just don't let it become the norm, because it ends up seeping into your playing in a bad way. The tenseness, if you just aim for tempo, is there all the time. Okay, anyway. Again, same place. Interesting. Because that happens twice, didn't happen the first time. I think I'm already thinking about the start of 125. Can we go from 123 and see if that happens again? Okay, different place. And a different place again. I think the issue is, I'll get past this and then I'll say. The issue is, I really want to place the middle, my third finger, on the note. Dun, dun. But I can't with that kind of punch, because the accent's on the third. And I think that's what's softening me to the point of like imprecision, if that's a word, not precision. There, see, because I'm thinking punch on the third note, I'm soft on the first two, and that means I go there. Man, okay, just always something. Alright. How far can we go? No, that's as far as we can go apparently. I'm going to look back at my right hand here because I'm sure it looks cool. I used to love doing that, like playing. I can't do it because I need to look. I used to love kind of looking at a video of my own hand playing. Sometimes when you're playing something fast, you have an out-of-body experience almost. It's like, my hands are moving so quick, I don't understand. Which is fun in practice, but terrifying in a performance. Especially if it's really intricate, because you are just relying on this kind of weird weird under the surface connection to your fingers and to the piano. No matter how much you're consciously connecting to the music, things are moving too fast for your brain to comprehend. And if you spend too much thinking about it, too much time thinking about it, it all just falls apart. Trying to bring that into the consciousness is very dangerous when you've lost it. But once you've kind of had that moment of disconnect from your hands, like, if I'm thinking like, I'm like, oh my god, fast, fast, fast. I can't actually physically understand how my fingers are moving that quick anymore. And then I lose it, and then it falls apart because my brain is trying to put that into some kind of logical sense where I'm consciously moving one finger after another. Yeah, it gets really annoying, that stuff for sure. I think there's a load of interesting research on this kind of muscle memory stuff that I'm not familiar with. But it's probably worth reading at some point. I just know how it feels for me. Did you hear how I snatched that note in 124, I think? Evenness. That's another thing, obviously, I'm taking for granted that all my playing is going to be pretty much even. And if it's not, then if I hit the note uneven, like if I get 4 notes, like, it doesn't count, obviously. I mean, this should be like rule number 1. If you're if you're playing with a metronome, don't let anything like that slip past. Even Stevens the whole way, basically, is the important thing. Because that'll just translate into really bad habits in the performance. Notes in there. Let me try that. 1, 2, 3. That's a hard one. I mean, it would be so much easier if I had this memorized. I mean, I kind of do, but just not comfortably. That wasn't perfect. I'm going to keep pushing it. Where I'm at now. This is good. I'm already at 120, so it's surprisingly. I think because the patterns are simpler, so it's technically harder to jump, but simpler patterns to understand, and so I'm not bad at the jumping. Ah, man, that was good. So my 4 is not bad. I'm getting to the point where it's starting to feel weak. Ah, nasty. I had a perfect one actually, but then I messed up after. You can hear I went because I knew I'd have to springboard really high up. Yeah, and there I wasn't ready for the next one. And again, bong. No, cheated. Then I hit the E there, can't go. Okay, left hand time. Not 120. 120 is the aspirational speed. 80 is the realistic one. I don't foresee any difficulty. I may be wrong. My difficulties are learning difficulties because I can't read the music. Shouldn't make jokes about that really, I guess. Sorry everyone. Left hand is not difficult. We go faster. We will go faster. It feels like a jig, which is the point. The left hand, it's gonna feel faster than the jig, but for now it feels like a jig. So nice threes. Or tarantella. Diddle-dum. Ya-da-da-da-da-da-bum. Dee-da-dee-da-da-bum, bum, bum. See, it is going to get hard at speed to keep the left hand under control. We really should be aiming for like total consistency in the left hand. It's the first jump, but you can blank that for sure. I mean, it's the start of the piece, you're easing into it. But I shouldn't think like that. Solid. Dum-bo-pa-dee-dee-dum. Bring out the bass. That always feels quite easy when I'm doing it at a slow speed. There, it felt harder. Relentless, I think. Relax. Relax, 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 chill. Getting down there is hard, let's see. And there too. Well, I think I need to do those last couple of bars again. So, that was 120 for fun, a little faster. I use 120 as a general ballpark for tempo. It's like a you've made it tempo. I do it for scales, I do it for most pieces. It's obviously totally subjective, but I feel like semiquavers at 120 ends up being, for most purposes outside of like really fast flourishes and stuff, that's about the tempo you rarely need to go past that tempo. You can, but it's not always needed. So I tend to use 120 as my bellwether for whether things are going okay or not. Right. It's definitely tense, but it's not too bad. Despite appearances, the end is actually the easiest left-hand bit. I used to think it was the hardest, but I think my technique's got better, so I can deal with those jumps. Well, yeah, not bad. I'm pretty happy with how my hand separately stuff is going. This will all fall into place at some point, but it probably won't be by Monday. Monday will be scrappy. Nevertheless, I'm planning to do a weekly catch-up as to where the piece is. So on Sunday, I will record a recording of the piece. That's kind of, and I'll just do it because I don't want to like release like a 3-5 minute video that makes it look like I've got a really good recording, and then people listen to it and it's like, oh, this is crap. I'm not going to put it out as a standalone video or anything. I'm going to wait until I've got something I'm happy with for that. But I'll do it as part of the practice routine on the Sunday, like my weekly checking in to see where the piece is compared to the first day I played it. Alright, but you know, as we go, let's just play through. We'll play through the second presto through to the end, and we'll just see how that's feeling now. And I'm not going to go fast at all. Really hit both there, that's nice. Losing the rhythm in the left hand for sure there, but I feel like this has been really super helpful for me to separate them out. Perfect, but it feels much better. Wow, that's such a difference that's made. There you go, you never passed hand separately practice. It's always useful. Promise. Pleased with progress. We are We are making progress. There is no doubt about that. Good. Okay, so I have to say, you know, I am pleased. I'm pleased with how quickly this is coming together. I think, you know what's really made a difference? Just the methodical way. You've seen every step of it, that we've broken down the harmony and the rhythm. And just with no ego, at least while we're in the middle of practicing, no ego, stopping on mistakes and actually working through them. And just, different angles. So you have your nut in the middle. We attack it from the slow metronome angle until it cracks a bit. And it's like, okay, we can't get any further right now. We come at the soft spot over here from the fast hands separately stuff. We've done a bit of the, the narrative angle, the rhythmic angle, the pulse, the sense of cross rhythms, the sense of like the fours and the threes separately. Purely technical jumping stuff. It's every angle is needed to get to the heart of it. No matter how good you are, you can always benefit from just checking hand separately stuff. Just really thinking of a narrative and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm aware I don't look at the camera, but I'm trying to basically forget that I'm on camera because it makes me anxious. Okay. That was good. I will see you later.